I just got my Criterion 50% off flash sale order in the mail. 7 films to open up and talk about in this video. And for this sale, we're going all the way back to the beginning. What's up, collectors? Welcome back to Films by Color. We're talking Criterion today. We just had a big sale, a 50% off, only 24-hour sale on the Criterion website. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this box and show you what I picked up in the sale. I'm actually surprised this got here as fast as it did. I was expecting it to take a lot longer because I had to be the absolute last person to get my order in. I placed my order with only 20 seconds left before the sale ended. I did have a plan going in. I had stuff in my cart all ready to go, but I completely changed my plans at the last minute because I had an idea, something I want to start doing as I collect the Criterion Collection. I want to go all the way back to the beginning, not by spine number, but by year. I'm really interested in the early days of cinema. I really like silent films and early sound films. I almost have all of the films from that period that are in the collection already, but there's a few left that I don't own yet. So we're gonna be talking about some 20s and 30s films in this video, stuff that I'm going back to, stuff I didn't even know was in the collection. 7 films in here, including a box set trilogy that I can't wait to check out. And I should say, one caveat to this whole thing is I am focusing on Blu-ray. I know Criterion has a bunch of 20s and 30s films that are stuck on DVD that they still haven't upgraded to Blu-ray yet. I have no problems with DVD. I will buy Criterion out-of-print DVDs, but I need to do some research first because a lot of those DVDs do have upgrades from other labels. I know Kino Lorber's put out some of those on Blu-ray. Flicker Alley has put out some of the silents on Blu-ray. So I gotta do more research. For now, I'm just gonna stick with Blu-ray. Everything in this box is on Blu-ray just to be safe, but I will start adding those films to the collection as well because I do want to try to own as many of the Criterion films as I can. First one here, right on top, we're going to go in order. We're going to go back to the very beginning with a brand new release that I am very excited about. This was a must-own. Right when they announced it a couple months ago, I was very excited about this. It is A Woman of Paris. There it is. Beautiful artwork on this. I am a big fan of Charlie Chaplin. I already own all of his films in the Criterion Collection already. I haven't seen all of them yet, but I do own all of those and I can't wait to get to the rest of them. This is a Charlie Chaplin film going all the way back to the beginning, 1923, almost to the beginning. This is his second feature, so right after The Kid and right before the Gold Rush. I'm excited about this one for a few reasons. One, I want to see more of his dramatic, serious stuff. I haven't seen any of his dramas yet. I've mostly seen his comedies. Like I said, I haven't got to his later stuff yet. This is his second feature, and he already went, well, he did a bunch of shorts before that, comedy shorts, but he did a drama as his second film. That's very interesting to me. I want to see how that works. And also, he's not starring in it. He is directing, but he's not the star, which is also very interesting. I've never seen a Chaplin film that he directed that he didn't star in. So lots of reasons to be excited about this one. That artwork on the front is just stunning right there. I've heard lots of great things from folks here on the channel telling me that this is a wonderful film. Look at that. Disc looks great as well. And then we've also got a fold-out poster in here. Interesting that they did a poster for this one. So one side is the poster. Very nice poster. And then, of course, the essays on the back. That is actually a really, really nice poster. Like I said, I love that artwork. But I'm a little conflicted because I love a booklet. I usually prefer a booklet because I love to read these essays. And if I hang this poster, I'm not going to be able to read the essays. So I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I guess you can always read the essays on the website. So that's an option if I really do want to hang that poster. But Woman of Paris, 1927, Charlie Chaplin. Can't beat it. Let's go ahead and see what else is in this box. All right, second film we're going to talk about is another silent film from 1927, another renowned director that everybody knows. It's from Alfred Hitchcock. It is The Lodger, his third feature, but according to the description on Criterion, it says he considered this his actual debut feature. I guess it wasn't happening with his first two. I don't know the story there, but he was proud of this film. And also, you get a whole second film on here, also directed by Alfred Hitchcock in 1927. It's called Downhill. 2 movies for the price of 1. That's great. I'm excited to get into this. This is one that's been on my wife's radar for a long time. She's been looking for this in the Barnes & Noble sales, and she's never found it. We've never seen it in stores, so I finally had to jump on that one. It is apparently about a serial killer who is, you guessed it, tracking down blonde women, because it's an Alfred Hitchcock film. So right out the gate, he's already getting into his dark, twisted sensibilities, and I can't wait to check it out. I've never seen a silent film by Alfred Hitchcock. I've seen a lot of Hitchcock films. I own most of them back there, but haven't seen this. So we got two exciting new additions from filmmakers that I'm already familiar with. Excited to see how those stack up to the rest of their films. All right, we've done America, we've done Britain. Now we're gonna go to Germany with another director who has several films in the collection. We're gonna go to G.W. Pabst, right here. 1930 film, West Front, 1918. This is another milestone because this is his first sound film. I have seen one of his silent films, Pandora's Box, with this beautiful Eureka edition here. And then I just picked up Comradeschaft last year in the November sale. Haven't had a chance to watch that one yet, but I'm already jumping in, picking up another one here, 1918. This is supposed to be a very harrowing, all these blind buys, by the way. All of these are blind buys. I basically go to Criterion to learn. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm going back to the beginning of cinema, because I love the history and I love learning about this stuff. I obviously missed all this stuff, didn't grow up with classic cinema at all. I'm coming to it very late in my life, so I got a lot of catching up to do. So I really appreciate the walk through history that Criterion has done for us in preserving all these great films. Like I said, milestone film, his first sound film. It's supposed to be a very harrowing, probably pretty depressing, especially at the time, was probably very shocking for audiences because it is a brutal, like realistic depiction of war, of German soldiers in France. So we're going back to France. Two films that take place in France. No French films yet. Maybe we will get to those in a second. But we're talking German films right now. War films can be tough. You kind of got to be in the right mood for it. But I am genuinely interested in checking that one out. I love that transition period between silent films and sound films. I'm interested to see how it translates in a very naturalistic war film from the time, 1930. It also has a very unique supplement on here, an hour-long French television broadcast of World War I veterans reacting to the film in 1969. So I'm sure that's going to be a little heartbreaking as well, but I'm definitely going to check that out after I watch the film. For this next one, we're staying in Germany and we're staying in 1930. This is a film I had never even heard of, didn't know this was in the collection, have never seen this one in a Barnes & Noble. It is called People Sunday, and it sounds fascinating. It's directed by two directors who both went on to become big names in film noir. They directed The Killers and Detour, two other films in the collection. But this is much earlier. It's all the way back in 1930, early sound film. It is a mix of documentary style filmmaking and fiction storytelling. It's supposed to be very experimental, but it was also like a big hit, according to Criterion, in the time period. So there's a lot of interesting things going on here, and I'm looking forward to broadening my palette a little bit more, because I have not seen enough German films. I've seen a few, but there's always more to watch. I'm gonna go ahead and open this one up because I like the design on this one. It's got an interesting color scheme going through it. There's the disc right there. It's got that green and yellow color scheme going onto the back of the artwork, and also the booklet. Nice hefty booklet in this one. I like to see that. Looking forward to this one too. This one, like I said, wasn't even on my radar. That's why you got to check the Criterion website. I just went to shop the collection, all titles, and then I sorted it by year and went all the way back to the beginning. And this was one of the first ones that popped up that I didn't already own. So that's also going in the collection. And then we've got one more here. This is a box set, a trilogy of films, another one that I hadn't even heard of before I did my research for this sale. Look at this. Oh, it's in great shape. This is why you got to get box sets from the Criterion website. No offense, Barnes & Noble, but you put those spider wraps on there and you crush the box sets. This looks immaculate. Looks in great shape. This is the Marseille trilogy. And this is also from the 30s. We've got 1931, 32, and 36. So a very early example of a trilogy. This has got to be one of the earliest examples of a full trilogy. I mean, 1930s. I know we did have the silent Golem trilogy, the German silent Golem trilogy by Paul Wegener. So I guess I think that's the first example of a trilogy, but this is still very early. And now those kind of like change different genres as it goes through. This is like, I think it picks up right after the other ones left off. It's a very tight trilogy. It's about these three main characters. I can't remember their names. What are their names? Marius, Fanny, and Caesar. And that's the name of each film. So the first one's Marius, second one is Fanny, and the third one is Caesar. I guess each one of the main trinity of characters is the protagonist of each. That's what I'm assuming. This is actually from the same director of The Baker's Wife, which is another one that my wife picked up in a Barnes & Noble sale, which we haven't had a chance to watch yet, but I'm kind of glad that it worked out this way because this is from 38, so I'm gonna start with this trilogy first and then get into The Baker's Wife, which is I think a more popular film, but it is a little bit later. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up because it looks great, and I can't wait to see what it looks like inside. And I have no intention of keeping it sealed or selling this or anything. I want to dive into this. So we've got 3 films here. They're all pretty long. They're 127 minutes for the first 2, and then 141 minutes for the last one. According to Criterion, these are in another transition period from stage to film. There was a lot of like stage plays that were, or films that were basically stage plays at the time, just recorded with the camera. And these, though, also use a lot of location shooting in France. I didn't even mention that. French movies. We're going to France for this one. And I love French movies, but I haven't seen a lot of French movies from this period. I've seen a lot of French New Wave and a lot of silent stuff. This is right in the middle, and I can't wait to dive into this. Look at this. Look at this beautiful booklet that they did for this. This looks great. This also seems like very naturalistic. I mean, it's probably going to split the difference between naturalistic stuff and stagey kind of acting because we're still in that period, but it looks great. Love the black and white cinematography. And let me know if you've seen this and anything I've talked about in this video. Don't spoil anything, please, but let me know what you think of these releases in the comments. I'd love to talk to you down there. There's the third film. There is the second film, Fanny, and then there's I love the artwork on this, and the artwork kind of matches The Baker's Wife a little bit. So it's pretty cool that they got a kind of similar feel going through all of this director's films. Don't know what to expect yet. I haven't jumped into this filmmaker's work, but I'm always excited for something new. And this box set looks amazing. Glad I finally added that to the collection. Glad I did this research and came up with this silly idea because I hadn't even heard of that. Didn't even know it was in the collection. So that's everything I got in this flash sale. 5 releases, 8 movies, 50% off everything, plus free shipping, plus the extra coupon for being a Criterion channel member. That's only $18 a film. Great deal. I hope you were able to get some good stuff in this year's flash sale as well. Stay tuned for the next one that they'll be doing at the end of the year. And of course, we'll be picking up some stuff in the Barnes & Noble 50% off sales as well. Talk to you guys in the comments down below. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time, keep collecting.